Welcome to the Mischief. I'm Vallen, and this is SevTech. Ages. Got a little carried away with my dutes there. As you may have noticed, I have, well, some of you noticed in the last thumbnail, I took the image afterwards. But yeah, I've got some things set up. I've got copper chests, and it's good. I've got a lot of things sorted now. Some of my old stuff that I'm not really going to use unless I absolutely have to up here, more as a memento than anything else. And then, of course, I've got like my little setup over here. Now, this was something that I did not actually show last time that I did. As it turns out, other people have already thought of this. It's pretty obvious, in my opinion, but it's a very simple process. So if you have, let me just, I might as well gather all these things. I did find tin out there as well. I will show you an area shortly. If you look on my map, actually, in the bottom left corner of my map, you can see there's two X's. I found another copper vein and a tin vein. So therefore, I was able to easily and simply take care of that. It looks like this is starting to get a little bit... oh, did I run out of fuel? I did. I ran out of fuel. I haven't found a copper vein yet. That's probably something that I really need to work on because I've just been using a bit of charcoal. But honestly, that's not that bad. I'll just take a couple pieces of each so that I can at least finish off these bits, maybe. But I have had it so that these are exact at the moment, that they'll only deposit in there as much as they should be. And if I need to, basically the casting channels will allow faucet to pour down multiple blocks instead of just being right underneath it. So I can feasibly make these things taller or combine these into one if I so desire. So it's not that bad. It's not that bad. But there is something that I do need to do, and that's turn these into like copper pieces and tin into as well. So what I can do is I can put these things in here, and they automatically get fed, because I'm using this wooden hopper, down here. And then I just hammer away, and everything that comes in there automatically gets hammered up. And it's really convenient. And then if I need to change those into plates, I can do so as well, which I'm sure I'm going to need some copper plates. Actually, I might grab, let's grab like a block's worth of each for plates, and then I'll just grab that hammer that I had. And I've got just a whole bunch of hammers placed on here. I mean, they are really cheap. And then I just kind of stand here and just hammer it out. And yet you get XP from it, as well as you get tons of, your stuff just done. You're just holding the right click. It's actually pretty mindless, and there's no difficulty curve for this. And yeah, the hammer gets used up quite quickly. But hey, there you go. I've now got 9 of each different plate. And therefore I can, well, I might as well grab this one. There we go. Pour that out and bring it down here to my ores bin. I did not have this stuff labeled on the bottom because, one, clicking around signs is already annoying enough, and two, if I put a sign on the front of these, it kind of messes up the grass path that I have down here. So that's a thing. But I haven't really done too much else. I mean, I did dig out these 2 chunks here in preparation for what I've got going on today. So let's get into that. If I click here, we can see, of course, stage 1 completed, which if for some reason you're getting strenuous is undone again, you're going to have to make another strainer and just hold it. Just put one of those in your inventory. That probably will do it. And it's not like these, it's actually the strainer base, I believe, is what triggers it. So that's a little something. But otherwise, let's move on to age 1. I did kind of like shoot forward, and I want to get this going and then backtrack with a bunch of this other stuff, because making bronze is going to take some time. And I'm going to need a bunch of bronze because I plan on getting suited up in bronze as best I can. So what I need to do is make one of those immersive engineering kilns, which are pretty basic, just need some bricks and sand, which of course bricks are going to be made in... You could either take terracotta, but in this case, where is it? We need, there we go, a kiln. Just take some clay with some regular bricks, which I've got plenty of clay because I've been using those over there, the little strainers. So if I just go with, dirt, sand, gravel, there we go. If I take some clay here, I think turning all this into bricks is not going to be a bad thing. I could just put them in here. Boop, there we go. That'll slowly turn into clay into bricks over time as soon as they get smelted up. And then the other thing was sand, which I should have a bunch as well. And while that's going, because I already have a bunch of sand, I'll show you a little something I did over here. And that was I kind of cut off the waterfall on the side here because it was just kind of spreading over this entire area for absolutely no reason. And it was getting, I'm kind of getting a little bit cramped and I need more space. So I figured I would move the strainer bases over here. And this way they also catch any fish that may end up expiring, perhaps. I mean, it's not really likely, but you never know. And I've got a bunch of stuff. Yeah, actually, look, there's a couple fish in there already. I might have tossed those in the making of this area. And then I also, yeah, I'm out of bait, which is fine. But I also ended up crafting up and digging up a lot of grass and stuff around here to make a lot of these seeds, or the grass twine stuff, so I could just layer the entire area with torches, because I got tired of getting visitors all the time. All the time. Visitors popping in from above. And I know that the mobs are just going to get worse from here on out, so I figured I'm just going to light up the entire area. And I had F7 on so I could see like light values and stuff like that, and I'm kind of thinking that I might use this to, yeah, just kind of, actually, even if I take these, that's just going to mess things up. But I was kind of thinking I would just remove this area. I might leave it there for this episode, but don't be surprised if it's gone next episode. And we'll still keep the Darkosto Traposto over there as an homage to it. But I don't think I need that, because I haven't had anything even come near the base since I lit it up quite some time ago. If I go here, there we go. Oh, look at this. Apparently I already had the idea to smelt a lot of bricks some time ago. You know what? I'm going to need the bricks for other things, other projects anyway. So let's grab some sand, and I can make... oh, it's so easy to use now, even though I didn't need to. Oh, is it sandstone? It is sandstone. Let me see if I actually have any already. I don't think I've mined up any sandstone, which is surprising. But it's easy enough to make. I mean, it's just 4, right? So let's just make a bunch of those. I'm going to need 8, I think. There we go. That might be too many. Either way, I could just put it back in there. It's no big deal. There we go. That gives me 8, because that's all you need for one of them. Actually, now that I think about it, I need... I plan on making 2 of these. Most people are like probably thinking, why would you want to make 2? Because I like, it's just a matter of trying to get it to go faster to make a whole bunch of alloys. This allows me to double the speed that would therefore incur. So now I need a tinker's hammer in order to get this going, which is going to be a couple pieces of copper string and some sticks. That's not too bad at all. In fact, I'm not even going to bother sleeping, and you'll see that we shouldn't get any visitors. But let's grab some of these materials here. So I don't know how this is happening, but somehow these guys are like intermingling into each other's pens, which is kind of annoying, but I'm not really that bothered by it. And I ran out of string, so I'm just coming in here to pop in and get a little bit more so that I can get this. There we go. I don't shear them too often, or else the grass would be just totally eaten up in this entire area, which could be bad. But, you know, I might even just take out the center bit here, but it was just so that it'd be easier to try and feed these guys to duplicate any of their stuff. Alright, there we go. That should be the last of the ingredients that I need to make the engineer's hammer. There we are. 1 engineer's hammer. And then I can just smack the front of these and make myself these kilns, which are pretty darn cool because I have a lot of materials at this rate. If you look over here in my ores chest, I've got a decent amount of stuff. And in fact, I still need to hammer out a bunch of these to make into ingots. But for now, yeah, I've got... Actually, I haven't hammered out any of my tin yet. So I might do that real quick. And then I'll toss in a couple of stacks in here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Was not expecting that. That was... oh gosh. Okay, so need a new anvil. Beware, people. Loud noises may happen with these very poor items that you make early on. Actually, I had a thought. I was mining this, and it actually takes a little bit of time to do, and I was thinking maybe I could speed that up further by putting out some buffalo carvings, and maybe I'll be able to use that haste effect, which hopefully will work properly. There we go, totem base. There we are, and I should have, there, haste 3. So if I need to get a new hammer. We got one of these. It does seem to work a little bit faster. I mean, not a ton, but it does seem to work a little bit faster. So therefore, maybe that's a shortcut for people. Help speed up your processing of it. I'm going to leave that here for now. I might replace one of those stones that I kind of damaged in the ceiling there. But otherwise, I think I'm going to leave that haste effect right next to this so that I can take full advantage of it. All right, here we go. A couple blocks of charcoal to get things started. And I'm going to toss one in here. And I'm going to put... Actually, I don't need that many now that I think about it. 16... Because it's a 3-to-1 ratio. So if I put this in here, a full stack of copper should do it. And then I could put charcoal block over here, and I could start this one up. I might smash a few of these copper blocks real quick. There we go, and another stack in there. That should start making us some bronze, which is going to be very useful indeed. Ooh, a ritual charm. That's interesting. Yellow dye powder. And all sorts of other interesting items are now available, as well as I can smelt that up. I look forward to when I can make some tinker's tools, but for now, let's just get this going. Something else I did, because I've got Baycock's bow now, which actually is very beneficial. It's like my go-to weapon at this point because, well, range combat means I am not likely to get hit. But I did make a whole bunch of these arrows, which are really actually pretty cheap to make. You just make it with a stick, some string, which is where all my string went, and some kind of feather, which of course I've got that chicken farm over there. And then pieces of flint, which means gravel. And guess what I've been getting out of my fishing traps? Gravel. So therefore, I've got a ton of arrows that I can use now. I'm keeping a stack on me at all times, just in case. But hey, this is going pretty good so far. Oh, nice. So here we go. We've got our different bronze armors and weapons, which it looks like... Yeah, 1, 3, 2, 1. What do we got? 4... 5, 2, 2, 5 from the leggings? Really? Holy cow. Those are tremendous. So that's like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, that's really good. All right, so I might just... Oh, bronze-plated shield as well. Oh, wait a minute. I have to pour it in a casting... Ah, doggone it. So it's not crude. Pour it on a crude wooden shield. It's not a regular recipe like you'd be able to craft it. Oh, man. All right, well, still, I am going to make myself some armor to start with because, yeah, I need something a little bit more applicable. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, they have to be plates. Do they all have to be plates? They all have to be plates. Okay, fair enough. That's understandable. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will just take 24 of those. Put the rest of the ores away for now, and smash these out with another hammer. There we go, 24 bronze plates, hammered out real quick, and then I can make myself some new armor, if I could even, there we go, get that right. And then I can be much better equipped for being out in the wild, which I imagine is going to happen again very shortly, as this mod does do that. Let's take all these off. Oh, it's good to see myself again. Hey, there we go. Now I look like I'm wearing... I look like a gingerbread man. So at least I've got some decent armor, though. I could have gone with copper or tin. In fact, now I think about it, leggings, let's see. Copper is 4, 5, 2. Of course, I can't do the abyssal stuff yet. And 2. All right, so yeah. Yeah, the bronze stuff is going to be best. And for now, I'm going to put my backup stuff in here. It's good to have a second set, if not 3 sets, if only because you never know when you're going to die and you need to do a corpse run, and it's best if you have the ability to actually go and survive to get back to your stuff. All right, so there we go. We have actually gotten over here, which continues on down there, but I realize now that I said I was going to go back and do some of this stuff, and that's what I want to do, because I've got this this basin here that I want to work with, and it's actually going to work well with something else. So let's see if I can actually get that going here. kind of thinking I might have it out here. Maybe actually where this is right now. So let's grab this, move it here for now. I don't know, still looks somewhat immersive being over there. And this is going to be a bit weird to start, but I'm kind of thinking I'm going to have it here. And I'll show you what's going on in a minute. It's not going to be exactly there. I'm thinking it's going to be here. I've got plans. I've got plans. Well, the basin is simple enough. It's just a bunch of wood and some sticks. But I think I'm getting a bit light on wood. Yeah, I've got like 2 pieces left. I've been chopping it all up into planks. So I'm going to go harvest a little bit and I'll be right back. So for those that are having like a slight stutter when they are playing SevTech, I personally have found that what I have recently done, which I just did now, is I disabled better foliage. Yes, it goes back to the blocky look, but then you don't have as much processing power going on with your computer and so on. The other mod that's currently taking up a bit is smooth fonts. You probably noticed that when I look at stuff now, it's normally fonted like Minecraft font instead of the like, what was it, Comic Sans or something silly like that. So changing both of those mods to being disabled, they are client-side only. So it's not a problem to, actually it's a bit close. It's not a problem to just disable those, and it shouldn't affect anything in the pack. It's basically just going to be something that will help you to play the pack if you are trying or even struggling to play the pack a little bit. It should help reduce some of those lag spikes, hopefully. Alright, so there we go. I have finished doing the chops. There we go. I now have a wooden basin, which actually takes water, strangely enough. Yeah, stirring the pot. I have started something now, but we're going to go with the bottom of the barrel, and then we're also going to go with extensions next, which, if you look up the barrel, and you see here clay barrel, we've got here, you can cook it up with an unfired clay barrel, so that's what, 5, 6 clay balls is all I need here. So let's grab some of this. 6 clay balls, plus I'm going to need another 6 for the extension itself, I believe. So let's do unfired clay barrel. There we go, one of those. And then I'm going to need the extension as well. There we are, for both of those achievements. Toss this in here, and then that'll smelt those up. And I'll be right back as soon as they're done cooking. There we go, we now have a barrel and a barrel extension. So these act, bottom of the barrel, these act as similar to like the wooden barrel over there. And in fact, I probably could use it in the same way. But what I plan on doing is using it as a way of storing water in another fashion. So let's grab this, put it close by. That's going to be our water transportation device for now, because therefore I can transport a whole bunch more than just my one item. And this is going to be my kind of stationary one. I can't remember how much this actually will hold. So let's see, I've got one in here now. I think it holds 4 buckets, but I know that this now holds 8. So that's 1. And yep, it is full. So that's 8. That's excellent, actually. So I can pick this up, and I could even, what is it? Is it just a shift? I can't remember. In its empty form, I don't need to. Oh shoot! There we go. Yeah, it's in here. Collects water when left out in the rain. So I could feasibly just set it out here, and it'll gather rain as well. Which I might just do that for now. Is that directly above? Yeah, that's fine. I might set that out there, and then it should gather some water. Which it'd be great if I could just set it underneath this waterfall, and it would actually fill up. I did try that and nothing happened. But this is almost complete. It's still missing one little thing here. And if I look here, I've got 2 seared bricks, which I'm going to need one more piece of grout. Gravel, clay, and sand. I'll be right back. There we go. I just got some more grout. I can easily just toss this in here and it should turn it into bricks. And what I need these bricks for is to add a faucet onto that. And then I can actually autofill whenever I need to the little basin here and use it for like leatherworking or something like that. And I think that that'll be pretty darn cool. There we go, got my 3rd piece. Now I can make a faucet, which you can make this with the porcelain stuff as well, but as I said before, I just wanted to go with a different route. So there we go. Now I just right click and look at that. It's pretty neat. And yes, you can use the porcelain version. But yeah, it will take a moment. You might have to click it twice. I don't know. I think it'll actually fill it up I think that just uses up like 1 bucket or something. It would be quicker to just grab my my bladder here and whoops, and just kind of click on it. But instead, I'm going to use it to fill there. And there you go. It is now full, and we can use the wooden basin. Which, if you're not sure of what the basin is for, you can just look it up. Hit not recipe. Hit use. Click on the wooden basin itself, and it's got a whole bunch of different leather recipes. If you add some salt, 1 piece of salt plus some raw hide, you can get the salted hide, so it'll save you on your salt usage. In this case, I've got a whole bunch of mechanism salt, so I'm going to grab some of that. I don't even need that much. I'm just going to grab 1 piece. I think I've got some drops in here. Yeah, I've got a cow pelt. That should get me quite a bit. Use that plus my work blade, and I get 4 raw hides from it, which is actually 1 more than I need. But if I take this, 1, 2, 3, drop it in here, and I grab my piece of salt, put that in too, and then I just right click. And I think it has to go around at least twice, if not 3 times. 2, 3, there we go. And then I get salted hide, which then of course you can then hang salted hide. And salted hide doesn't have to be hung over any of this. But it's just, I wanted it to be in this area so that it was kind of using that up. So, while that's going, I figure we could take a look at some more achievements here. Now the hoe. Can we hoe it? Craft a hoe to begin farming more efficiently. Yes. 1, that is an excellent thing to do. And a hoe is very simple to make as before. You know, just like sticks and stones, right? But there's more to it than what you might think with that. So if I look at, not ores, I want stones. A couple of these. And we go over here. We make ourselves the traditional vanilla hoe. There we go. Got that. Can we hoe it? Yes, we can. If you click you can see some other uses for it, like a brush scythe. And what good is a brush scythe? Well, it says chops areas of weeds and flowers. It chops a huge area of weeds and flowers. So if you're in a big area, it will not affect things like these, your little rushes and stuff like that. It's not going to affect those. But it will destroy regular grass, double tall grass. And then there's a tree scythe that you can do as well, which we should have access to at this point. Yeah, tree scythe right there. Now the good thing about a tree scythe is that it will clear away the leaves and give you normal vanilla drop rates for those leaves. So you'll just get like apples and saplings and stuff. You're not going to get a crap ton of sticks. The thing with the brush scythe is the same thing. You're not going to get all the what is it? These this little plant fibers. You're not going to get those, and you're going to need those. So unless you just want to clear an area and you don't really care about the drops, it's good for that. And I feel that that's probably a good use for it. And in fact, I'm going to make another hoe so that I can have another one of those as well. And in fact, now that I think about it, I want a tree scythe too, which is a stone axe and some string. So I'll be back once I've got those tools made up. And look at that, I even have a partially damaged axe. And I'm able to use that instead. Oh, that was actually really wonderful. So let's see. Regular brush scythe. Oh, I'm still a couple sticks short. Let me just grab those real quick. And 1, 2. There we go. And then I can make a brush scythe as well. And then I can keep these with me in my backpack, which is absolutely beautiful. I love having my backpack now. Oh, and the fact that I have stone in here and I can repair most of my stone tools with it, it's actually glorious. Like I broke my axe halfway through chopping down those trees on there, and not having stone on me would have been like a deal breaker. I would have just raged. But yeah, due to the wonders of editing, you guys would not have seen that. So what else do we have here? We have aqueducts, which are really, really interesting, as well as crunchy pillows, which is kind of silly. I don't know if I have enough. I have some wheat. I now that I think about it, I probably should be collecting all this stuff as often as I possibly can. And I should be good to go. There we go. I just ran out across the water and grabbed 3 oak leaves off my little tree farm area. And then 3 of those, plus 3 hay bales, equals a bed of straw and leaves. Nice. Alright, so we have obtained the hoe. We've obtained the bottom of the barrel and the extensions. We still need to do the pipes here, the dung pipe and the sewer pipe. They're not too bad. It's just for the achieves, because I'm really liking just kind of going through the achieves in the chapters. I don't see any reason to have a problem with it. Oh. Does it have to be siding? Oh, it can be slabs. Okay, thank goodness. Oh, and then some tin plates and a dung pipe. So I need to make 2 dung pipes. Fair enough. Okay, I've got the supplies. We'll just make ourselves a bunch of those. This. Oh, I didn't grab the actual wood that I need for it. So let's do that. There's 1. And 2. And then I should be able to make that with tin plates. So let's see, ores. Yeah, I hammered a couple of these out earlier. Okay, and sewer pipe. There we go. Cool. So, dung pipe is very interesting. And sewer pipe. It doesn't really say anything on the dung pipe. The sewer pipe's items through a block. So let's grab an example item here. We've got primal chests. Perfect. I'm going to set this down right here. And then I could add in a dung pipe on the side. So if I put some stuff in here, like 10 oak planks, it just kind of spews them out the side. Boop. There we go. Cool, right? And then if I harvest that up, that's the dung pipe. If I use the sewer pipe, then I can go the other side of the wall. So you can see the bottom of it there. Put it up here. Now let's put those 10 wood planks in there again. And it will feed it through 1 block of space. It's pretty much instantaneous, though. I mean, you saw how fast that comes through. So that could be... Oh, that's going to be a pick for that one. That could be interesting use of an item if you have stuff going in there to just kind of like spew things out. But I don't really have a use for it just yet. So, for now, I think it's just going to go in the gearbox. Okay, so we still have Hunter Be Hunted. It's getting hot in here. Aqueducts, and of course I need to find some coal. So let's do the simple stuff first. I'm just going to make myself a good old-fashioned vanilla furnace, and it'll be good to have one of those around just in case I need something smelted. And in fact, I have a space for it right there. And I could put a hopper on top and stuff like that, hook it up with a hoppering out and whatnot. For the moment, I think I'm going to leave it where it's at. Yep, good old-fashioned vanilla furnace. Another achievement get. And we've got Hunter Be Hunted and Aqueduct. So aqueducts are very unique. I should cover those. I tried to cover them in the last episode, but it just kind of, it ran so long. But we need clay and stone. In order to do that, let's see, clay. Going to need to take a bunch of this and actually deposit this in the compression doohickey upstairs. In the meantime, while we're making up some of the products for aqueducts, we're going to go for the Hunter Be Hunted, which, if you're unfamiliar with this, it's a dangerous thing. It is the hunting dimension, which basically allows you to create kind of a nether portal to an almost flat-landed area where it's always night and there's always mobs. Yeah. All right, there we go. I've made just a really small area that I can put this portal down in. And as far as I know, it's not actually going to make any noise, unlike a another portal would. And I should be able to just... Oh crap. All right, well, maybe I will actually harvest back the corners here, because no one's going to really know except for you guys. You wouldn't tell anybody, would you? All right, well, there we go. We've got last of the portal, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay, and then in order to activate it, you take a vanilla sword. And you right-click. There we go. Not left-click. Oh, and you can hear things already. Hopefully that's not from the other dimension. Maybe I will need to block this up. But yeah, that's the thing. It's now completed. It was before, but oh boy, I'm gonna regret this. But let's go through briefly. Got my shield here. I've got my new armor, so should be all right. You just go into it and you sneak. And you show up in a new dimension, which is filled with nothing but bad guys everywhere. Yeah, and I'm not really too fun. Yeah, I already see a bunch of embers golems running around, and a creeper, and zombies. Yep, there we go. Done. Okay, and there we go. I'm hearing mobs, and that kind of scares me a little bit, so I might put some prevention here baby zombies could come through there as well. So maybe I'll just do that for the moment. A little paranoid. I don't really want to die if I can help it. I've got... Oh no. Oh, I lost all my levels. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I forgot. If you lost your levels, or you think you've lost your levels, I've seen this bug before. You just need to gain or lose some experience. So in this case, let's see. I can put some of these in here. I can bash one of these out just to update your XP. See, there you go. And simple enough. I now have all this copper, and my levels are actually still there. They never got lost. Hello, Llama. How you doing today? Oh, jump strength 1.1, speed 1.9. That's encouraging. Let's open it up, and oh, there was a charcoal block still left in there from before. That's excellent news. That means I've got more fuel than I thought. All right, well, thank you. Much appreciations. I'm just going to head down now. 0. And then I can make a little bit of the aqueducts that we were talking about. And I think I've just, like, taken out light sources in there, and now there's mobs spawning behind that wall, which is great. I'm going to have to fix that. But before then, let's look up aqueducts. I should just need some regular smooth stone. You have several options, so you can make it look as you would like. In this case, though, that's my item of choice. And I'm going to take a few of these, a few of those, and it's not going to let me... There we go. Has to be in the specific placement. There you go. And you get 3 aqueducts. Now, these work really interesting. See if I can actually find a spot where this will work properly. I think I can do it over here. But the idea is, let's grab some... I know that this is smooth stone, and it's going to be wasteful. I'm just going to have to break it back up and resmelt it, but it doesn't cost me anything to do so. Your idea here is that you need to make kind of like the faucet a V channel. So, but in world. So in this case, I would need the aqueduct on the bottom. So let's do this here. There we go. I just got the achievement. And then I take a stone on either side. And therefore, this is going to be creating a flowing channel. And to represent water, I'm going to place this dirt block. If you have water, a water source block there, it will actually create a kind of, I don't know, imaginary water source block here. It's not an actual water source block, but you can pick it up with a bucket or a bladder in this case. And that's how that really works. And you can actually have it go down one, as long as, you know, like the next one down is also, down here is also going to be an aqueduct, and that it has supports on either side of it as well. You can change direction. You can actually have it go off to the side, but once again, it has to follow all the same rules. If you want it to go up, you're going to need to use, I think it's screw pump, which is a little bit more complex, and I'm not really that interested in doing that right now. So I might just keep these for now, because I do have a need for water in my base. I do have, as you notice, water up above. And I might be able to funnel it down into my base, but that's going to be a very long and lengthy process that I will probably do off camera, so that you guys don't just like totally get your eyes glazing over on a lot of boredom stuff there. But once I get that set up, I'll probably come back maybe next episode and show you guys what that, you know, how the aqueducts work in actuality. Maybe like when I launch it to see if it actually works as intended. If I could have it coming down here, like right next to this or something, or, I don't know, really close to the waterfall, that would be awesome. Because then it would just make, I don't know, immersive sense. Now, I still have to find coal. I'm not really concerned about that right now. I do have bronze, and I can progress on into much more interesting stuff in the next episode, I think. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode on SevTech Ages. I know I'm having a lot of fun with this. I really want to keep on playing, and I'm sorry if I haven't been going as fast as a lot of you really wanted me to, but you're just going to have to, I don't know, bear with me as I progress at a rate that I feel comfortable with, because I also have other content on the channel that I am responsible with. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this, please be sure to give a like. Don't be afraid to visit. We've got a Discord. We also have a Twitter account. We've got Reddit. We've got all sorts of stuff. Feel free to jump in and say hi. Feel free to leave a comment below if there's something that you really want to tell me about, or just us at the Mischief. And if you feel the need, you can share the mischief with others if you think that they'll enjoy this kind of content too. And until next time, folks, I'll see ya.